All right, everybody, this is Randy. I'm the creator of REI Autocomp, the world's first and only real estate investment software that pulls comps for you and immediately gives you values for any property in the U.S. Here we're at reiautocomp.com. If you'd like to learn more, simply visit the website and even get yourself a free property analysis for any property nationwide. This video is going to be sweet and to the point. We're going to use the software. The latest version is number 12. You can see I have it right here on my desktop. And when you click it, it'll launch and look just like this. Right away, guys, you can see that there's a support button because I want to be able to get to anybody's questions that they might have for this software. So when you click that directly from it, it'll load up on the website. You can fill it out. We got engineers standing by. All right, so I'm going to use some of my Craigslist hacks available at the reirockstar.com, and these hacks are available for you guys if you want to go check them out. This is how I get leads day in and day out from places like Zillow and Craigslist automatically. And here's the dummy account where the leads come into. So let's go ahead and select this one here. This is a for sale by owner. Looks like a nice house. Might be a nice rental. There we go. It's going to load up here. And all I need from this, guys, I don't even look at the property. I just copy this right here. Okay? Let's close that out. And go right into the software and select new property. I want to show you guys something. You can hit paste clipboard and that property will place right into these cells here. Pretty cool. Go ahead and select find. The characteristics come in automatically, so you don't have to search for the square footage or the bedrooms or anything like that. All you need to put in is their asking price, $159, which is probably way inflated for a property like that, 159 grand for something that small. Who knows, maybe it was fully rehabbed. But I'll assume it needs at least 2,500 in work. Maybe that's a backyard or whatnot. Profit, I'll make 5 grand on something like that. I like to keep my profit at about 5,000 for every 25 grand in value. It seems to work out really good. And just select next. Now for mileage, we're just going to go a mile out from the property. And since this is a 2-bedroom, we're going to keep the variance at 1 bedroom. So for the market mix, if there's a lot of 3-bedroom properties, it'll actually bring in those properties to sort of leverage their square footage. And you'll see what I mean in a moment. Alright, here you can see Redfin, Zillow, and City Data is selected. And I'm just going to hit find or import, and it'll bring everything in. So, you know, the whole reason for creating this software was to automate analysis. Analysis is something that a lot of investors struggle with, and I know you might have in the past. You know, not only just, you know, where do you find the comps, but once you get them, what do you do with them? So I created this software to go out, get the comps, get the characteristics, and then apply a scoring system. And that scoring system is the strength of the software. So what it's going to do is it's going to apply the scoring and bring the highest score to the top, and then create a current market value, create an after repair value, and a distressed market value. So you're going to use those numbers to base your offers on. You know, you can use current market value to base your wraps and subject twos on. You can use after repair value for your rehabs, right? And your distressed market value is mainly used for negotiation, because you can see here that the cheapest properties go for 57 grand in this neighborhood. Here's the scoring I'm talking about. So right away, you guys saw that took less than 60 seconds. I can see this property's worth about 80 grand, right? Now, if there was some money put into it and it cash flows, I could see somebody getting away with 115, something like that, especially if it has a tenant in place. But the trouble is the ARV is already at 119. Now I'm just going to show you a quick little trick here. You can see the scoring on this wasn't too great. The ARV probably has to come down a little. So the reason I know that is it tells me it's 82% sure that the ARV is 119. So I want to get this guy green like this here. So I'm just going to scroll down and I'm actually going to delete this lower scoring 78 and replace it with something that makes a little bit more sense, something that scored higher. I like this property here, Butler. So we'll choose that for the ARV, come back up and see what we got. So now the ARV is 113 and we're 85% sure. That's a whole lot better. Okay. So as far as making offers, guys, inside this settings button, you can see that I have custom offers here. Here's a wholesale offer and a rehab offer. When you wholesale, you account for repairs and profit margin. And if you're not too sure about insurance, taxes, and holding costs, closing costs, you can use a factor such as 70%. That's where that whole ARV times 0.70 comes from. Although it's not exact, you're welcome to use that any way you'd like. But this software will let you, customize your offers in any way. If you want to use a 100% factor, you can just put a 1 in there, right? But for sake of this tutorial, we're using 0.7. I like to use the average of all three properties, but since there's a smaller bedroom issue here, I'm going to use the blended value. And what that's going to do, it's going to blend the price per square foot along with the three average properties that it selected for after repair. So it just makes it a little bit more accurate. Here in the credentials, it's very, very important that you have your Redfin user ID and password, and you can customize your company information in any way you'd like so that it appears right across the top. All right, you can see some characteristics of the property here, the two pictures and the main address. So this is how easy it is to make an offer. This neighborhood is relatively stable. You can see overall there's a drop in the value from where it was just a year ago in both the price per square foot and the median sales price. So that gives us a better reason not to rehab it, and maybe buy and hold it or wholesale it quickly. And you can see if I wholesaled it, it's telling me that the most I can offer is $86,000. And I know that because the minimum offer and the maximum offer is right here. Now, these prices are based on condition. You, of course, talking to a seller, have no idea what the condition of the property is. I mean, and not every seller is going to tell you exactly what the condition of the property is going to be. So that's why you're seeing 39. That might be a good place, right? You might have the seller yell at you, but I like to come in close to this maximum allowable offer. Let's just say I hit them at 79,000. I'll be earning $12,000 on this deal, and after closing costs, I'll net 11. That's how easy it is to make offers on properties. If I did a rehab, I can offer a little bit more because it's basing it off this ARV of 155, right? Times 0.70 minus out my repairs and all that good stuff, and I'm only looking to make $5,000, so it's letting me, do 101,467. Okay, now you can see here under the deductions, let's say the repairs were 15,000. Let's recalculate that. There we go. Now you can see my maximum allowable offer is 99. Okay, because now it's going to calculate the repairs that I just changed. So at 99,000, rehabbing it, I'm earning 15,000 and I'm netting 14. All right, so let's go down here. Just want to show you guys the scoring quickly. And outside of the screen here, you can see these folks are asking, initially at $89 a square foot. That's for an asking price of $159, which is or rather 99,000, which is interesting because if I go to 159, you can immediately see I'll be losing $44,000 on this property. But they're asking $142 a square foot. $142 a square foot. The three highest solds, right, aren't even at $107 a square foot. So this seller is just in la la land in terms of what they're asking. I mean, unless you somehow got $3,000 a month $2,500 a month in rent, it really doesn't make sense to flip this property. You would lose so much money. So click this button here, comps report. It's going to allow you to save the comps. It's going to put the address automatically. Hit save. You can send that to a private lender or a buyer. Cut out any pieces you want. Put it into a MS Paint and send what you'd like. If you're just sending the comps, cut out the comps. If you're just sending the value, you can do that as well. There we go. There's the PDF report. And everything's in one spot. So that's what's cool about that. Let me close out of this here. Alright, so if you're going to do another property, select Clear All. And there you go. It's gotten rid of all the data. Everything's waiting for, another property. Let's do another one real quick here. Let's do this Vermont property. They want $330 for this. Not too sure that zip code would get that value, but let's see here. Alright. So again, just new property, paste, find. Boom, everything's in there. There's the new property. I can't tell if it has a garage or not, so I'll just put none or unknown. And on this deal, let's say I want to make $25,000. Their asking price was $3 something. Let's see, $350, $330, $330. Next, next, import. All right, so I'm off to another property. So again, remember, when this comes through, you're going to immediately look at the scoring. That's what you're going to be looking at to determine if the current market value is accurate, if the ARV is accurate, and if your distressed market value is accurate. Guys, if you're doing this business without knowing the accuracy of your numbers, you're going to miss out on a lot of money. And you're going to miss out on deals, period, because you're going to hit folks at the wrong number. But then you're also going to leave a lot of money on the table. So that's why I love using the software, because it does the same analysis that I do in my business every single time. And there we go. Here's another property that's been analyzed. So, okay, so they're actually asking about what the property's worth in today's market, which is cool. You can see here that we scored 92% at $339. Okay, so they want $330. They're basically asking full price. This is a retail sale. This is a situation where you can call them, offer some type of wrap, take over payments if they're distressed, and if they're not, shoot them over to your realtor, or if you carry your license, offer to list the property. But these numbers came in pretty solid here. The ARV could use some work again, and the distressed market value. Again, I don't base many of my calculations on that, so I don't mind if that's in the yellow or the lower greens. But this looks great. Look at that, 92% at $339. How about that? Without an appraisal, I know this property is worth about $340. So super cool. So let's see if we wholesaled it, what we would offer. So if we wholesale it, we can actually offer, let's see what kind of discount I'm doing here. Blended value, ARV, repairs, profit margin, which was $25,000. Says I can offer $333. Right? And I'll be earning $25,000 in profit, just like expected. See how that works? Let me move this over here. So if I offer $333, I can resell it for $358 and have somebody rehab it because of this ARV. However, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to make sure that this ARV is not too high, not too low, right? So let's go ahead and close out this training, guys. If you're interested in this software, go ahead and visit reiautocomp.com and order yourself a copy, or better yet, get that free